So I was born in San Francisco, California. I lived there for just 2 to 3 years because my parents came to Hong Kong as missionaries. I ended up living in Hong Kong for around 13 years. I went to a private Christian school, and the school was really gracious to our family because we didn't have a lot of money, but they did want to support us. So my brother and myself stayed there, and I do have to mention that I met with really great teachers, a very supportive community. Two teachers that really stand out to me are is my grade 4 and grade 5 teacher, Mr. Forey and Mr. Thompson. And both of them have been such a positive impact in my life that it really motivated me to also pursue my direction to become a teacher as well. So Lumina College visited Christian Alliance International School, and it was there that Dr. Lung had presented just an overview of what the course looked like. And the thing that really stood out to me in particular had to do with biblical worldview. And that was something that really aligned with what I was looking for, because I had my own sort of thoughts in regards to how I wanted students to understand the gospel, to enjoy the gospel, but I realized that it was important for me as an educator, not just coming from just as a teacher's perspective, but look beyond that and see how is it that I could be more effective? How is it that I can play a greater role and to get a bigger picture? So, I think the biggest, no, I would say that the word that really stands out to me is the word dissonance. And the reason why I say that is dissonance is like a state of just kind of imbalance. And I think I will have to say that I think that when you teach for a number of years, I can't say that I've been teaching for a long time, but I think that when you teach in a specific way for a long period of time, I think there are areas where you realize that, or you don't realize that you're just kind of doing out of habit. But then I think once I took the recent course, it really allowed me to understand and identify different problems, whether it be within even my own practice or even the way, like problems that I wouldn't have normally identified had I not taken the courses. Once I took the courses, I realized that there are certain areas that, especially students with learning needs, that I wasn't aware of. And so I realized that in order to be, like, I need to be an advocate for learners with all sorts of abilities. And I think that though my words said otherwise, I think the action would show a different side. It was the lack of understanding led to a lack of actual action. So the course allowed me to make those minor changes in the way that I interact with my students, the way that when I look at them, am I really understanding the whole child? And I will have to say that there have been some changes in my own life, in my involvement at school. Like even this year, recently, I joined the school council because I felt that if I want this to be an area in my life where I want to be an advocate, then it should show not only just within the classroom, but after when school hours are closed. I need to be constantly thinking about this so that my students' experiences would be more fruitful and more positive.